Hey, everybody. Yeah! Woo! Holy guacamole! We did it! Yay! Girls, Thank you, everybody! Oh my goodness! Thank you, thank you! Oh my goodness, you guys! AK Pebbles, I saw you gifted some memberships earlier. There were a couple gifted during the premiere. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Did you like it? You liked it, right? Please, I worked so hard. Thank you, everyone. Wow. Celian, thank you for the super chat. It's gonna be stuck in my head for a while. Great job, Bosnian. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad. I'm glad. Press Everything was made by you. Yeah, this was... So I did everything from the music production to the lyrics, singing it, obviously. Incredible work, boss. Now change your diaper, you baby. Hannah, thanks for the super chat. I will. Nah, I should have said something else. Rotator, thanks for the gift and membership. Thanks, guys. And the illustrations and the music video. And man, I was working on that up to the very last minute, as I usually do. Imagine if I did not procrastinate, how powerful I would be. Thanks, guys. The Germa jump scare got you? The scariest thing I could possibly imagine. Ghosts, ghouls, goblins, monsters, witches, and Germa. Thanks, guys. Connie, thanks for the 5 gifted. Purple Lion, 50 gifted, Purple Lion. Thank you. Oh my goodness, Purple Lion. Thanks so much. Really happy for you. You did a great job. Your hard work shows. I'm stoked. I'm stoked. That was my first original song. My first original song. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Right, guys? You're your boss. Caspurr Catacini is not just all talk, you know? Horse Appreciator, thanks for the super chat. Congrats, excellent work. Thank you. Purple Line, thank you again. Dreamy, thanks for the 5 gifted, Dreamy. Thanks so much. JY, 5 gifted. Pebbles, 20 more gifted. Thank you so much, Pebbles. Thank you. Rai. Pink super chat. Congrats on the MV release. It was amazing. Thanks so much. The skeleton fans? Yeah, that's probably my favorite part too. I wanted to make that like the thumbnail, but it's kind of like a surprise, you know? Palpandan, thank you for the 5 gifted pal. Thanks so much. Nuzzle Rat, the pink super chat. Thanks so much, Nuzzle. Emery, thanks for the membership. Congrats on the original MV banger song. Yeah, I just... Oh man, I don't really... Well, I want to talk about a little bit of behind the scenes, but Ivy, thanks for the membership. Reverie, thank you for the gifted. Iwashi, thanks for the super chat. I love it. I'm so proud of you. That's my Oshi. That's what we like to hear, Iwashi. Thank you so much. Noda Yomi, 10 gifted memberships. Noda, thanks so much. Noni, Pumpkin Pie. Ramen Lava, thanks for the super chat. Congratulations on the MV release. So, why is my first original song a Halloween song? It does seem a little weird. Just the timing of it, we just happened to make a Halloween song, and I had my other original song, Undercover. It's weird that that didn't come out first, but just the timing of Halloween, you know what I mean? What's scarier than a baby cat boy? A baby cat boy that shits himself? Grayson, thanks for the membership. Hi, Caspurr, love the new song. Thank you, Grayson. Whamda, 10 gifted Whamda. Thanks so much, Whamda. Miles, 10 gifted Miles. Thank you so much for the gifted memberships, Miles. Sakura Mikage, thanks for the membership. Welcome back. D-Pan, 5 gifted D-Pan. Thank you. D, thanks for the membership. Great job, boss. Thank you so much, D. Abby, thank you for the membership. Such an exciting build up all the way. Thank you for your hard work. Gonna be listening to this so much. Yeah, so I mean, the story, I mean, did you get it? Was my music video too deep for you? Wow, Andy, the Akasupa. Wow, Andy, thank you so much, Andy. What the? Boss, that was amazing. I really love to see your hard work come to fruition. That's my Kamiyoshi, right? Andy, oh, you're so sweet to me, Andy. Thanks so much. I'm so glad you liked it. I'm so glad you all... so glad you guys all liked it. You know, I feel like I have a lot to prove, you know? And that's just... Here's, guys, you're Oshi, you're boss man speaking. The only the start. Only the beginning. Imagine, I'm realizing I'm not even at my peak of creation. Just you wait. The first of many. The first of many. And once I figure out a pipeline that's better than drawing images on Clip Studio, exporting them as PNGs, and editing them in Sony Vegas, once I learn how to elevate myself from that, you guys will be fucked. It's gonna be epic. I mean, Sony Vegas is, man, it's kind of dog ass. But I was using DaVinci Resolve. Here's a little behind the scenes talk. But it was giving me some weird artifacting with the PNGs and transparency. I couldn't figure it out. So I had to when I was about 25% done, I had to restart from Sony Vegas. Blender, the thing is, it's the speed at which I needed to finish it. Sony Vegas is very like, it's like picking your poison. It's like picking a character. Pros and cons. It's got that JoJo's Bizarre Adventure stat hexagon. Sony Vegas is really easy to move and pan, but it's really bad at everything else. And it crashes. Yes, it did crash on me a couple times. But I needed speed for this. But don't worry, your Oshi is almost perfect. If only Caspurr Catacini stops procrastinating. To be fair, this was the least procrastination I've ever done, and it showed. Yeah, I guess it's not really a gotcha moment because it's so much better than everything else I've done. This might be like the best, all in all, as a whole, this might be the best piece of media I've ever made. This might be the best piece of art that I've ever created. And I know it's coming from me, but that's saying a lot because I've made a lot of stuff. I've made a lot of banger stuff as well. But this, all in all, as a whole, this is probably the best piece of media I've ever made. From the music to the visuals. Oh, Chibi-chan, thank you. Proud of you, boss. Thank you so much. And yeah, we got a little bit of a scope creep. It was gonna be like a single image, you know, a typical VTuber music video where it's kind of like a slightly animated image, but and then I got this story getting together, and it kind of started to snowball. And let me read some more. Abby, thanks for the membership. Such an amazing build. Oh, I think I read that one, but such an amazing build up all the way. Thank you for your hard work. Gonna be listening to this so much. Thank you, Abby. I'm working on getting it up to Spotify. It should be up soon, within a day or two, I think. Lunamoth, thanks for the 5 gifted memberships, Lunamoth. Thank you. Leafy, thanks for the super chat, Leafy. Congrats, boss. Perfect to play on repeat this month. Yes. Well, the reason why I posted the release date before I had even started on the video. I know that sounds crazy, but it's a Halloween song, and I wanted there to be time in October for you to listen to it, because I don't want to release it on Halloween, because then it's like Halloween happens and then in a week it's not in season anymore. But the thing is, I wanted to give myself a deadline so that I would be forced to, like, you know, it's like it's discipline, right? I was with my friends the night before on the original release date. I was saying this in the stream yesterday, and they saw me, and I showed them how much work I'd done, and they were like, "Dear God, why did you do this to yourself?" And I was like, well, I feel like it's good to give myself deadlines so that I lived a strict lifestyle and I adhere to my own, you know, I'm like my own boss. And then my friend goes, "Oh, that's crazy. What are you, Andrew Tate? That's fucking insane. Just delay it. Why you're not beholden to anyone. Why are you like doing that to yourself?" And so I delayed it. Which I'm sorry about that again. I don't want to get too comfortable doing stuff like that, being like kind of like blasé about things. But it all came together! Lee, thanks for the super chat. Pattern, thank you so much for the super chat. Oh my god, Pattern, thank you so much. Congrats on your MV debut, boss. You put so much work into it and really paid off. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Hemkin, thank you for the membership. Holy moly! Well worth the wait. I'm glad. Ibisu, thank you for the membership. Canadian Doctor, thank you. 2 baby cat boys. What the? For Dandy, thank you. You should be super proud of it. Thank you. I am. I'm really proud of this. Andy, thank you again. Sukiko, thank you for the 5 gift to Sukiko. Thank you so much, Sukiko. Wolfram, thank you. But the story of it, it's like, it's a little kid and he wants to go down the hallway to get a drink of water. You know, that's how it starts, right? He's like, "You've woken up in bed in the middle of the night. Your mouth runs dry." And it's all in his head, right? Because at the very end, he flips the switch on and it's just some clothes on a chair. So it's kind of all in his head. It's just kind of like, it's a cute little story, right? But that's where it started to snowball. I thought it was such a cute idea. But the kind of story necessitated more visuals, and it kind of snowballed in the scale of it. Got a little out of hand for sure. And I know it kind of coincides this like weird baby arc that we've been talking about. We've been on discussion of the Cas baby, and I'm kind of, we're going through this like little stream arc where there's like I'm babified. That's just, I don't know, I don't think it's related. It's just coincidence to the narrative that I came up with. Was there an original, or sorry, was there a different idea? So the concept was when the second chorus comes in, where he's on the idol stage, right before that, when the silhouettes kind of get revealed on the second time around, and it's the skeletons, the idol skeletons. It was, the monsters were supposed to make way, and there's supposed to be a Caspurr Catacini, like a grown Caspurr Catacini, when the second chorus hits, and he's like Halloween themed. He's wearing Halloween gear, and he was supposed to be sort of like this ringleader of the Halloween monsters, and he was gonna be kind of, and you know, like Sora in Halloween Town, how it's kind of like a Halloween version of Sora. It was gonna be that with a grown Caspurr Catacini. And the music video kind of goes where the grown Catacini kind of leads the spooky parade. I scrapped that because it was weird. Like, it was gonna be this kind of, it was feeling like, how do I describe this? Like, it was trying to be sexy, you know, like, ooh, spooky Caspurr, and he's all spooky and sexy, and you know, it's like, oh yeah, he's in this Halloween outfit, and it's this kind of, it wasn't meshing with, like, it didn't mesh well with the atmosphere of it, because like this video, like it could, you know, it could be like like a child could watch this, you know what I mean? And it's supposed to kind of feel like the Saturday night cartoon, kind of very, you know, and so having like the sexy Tumblr man, spooky, yeah, exactly, Umi, the spooky sexy Tumblr man character, it was kind of clashing with it. So I scratched that and we went on with this other idea. And oddly enough, one of my favorite parts is at the very end, after the bridge, where the coffin shakes up. And it's funny how that ends up being one of my favorite parts, because that was done. I was like Bear Grylls, improvise, adapt, survive. I ran out of time and I had to try to cut corners and try to do something like the biggest visual look with as minimal effort as possible. I didn't have time. That was like the last thing I did. I didn't have time to draw any more characters, any more scenes of art. So I was like, how could I make as much visual stimuli as possible with as little work as possible? And so we got that coffin scene, and it ended up being like such a good little bit, don't you think? It was gonna be crazier than that. It was gonna be like a kaleidoscopic, and it was gonna kind of be trippy. But do you like how Germa, he comes back at the very end? Like, he's there in the coffins, and it's like, oh, was that Germa? But at the very end, there's like a split second where he shows up again. The thing, I tried not to, I was telling my friends, I was like, dude, what if I put Germa in it? And they're kind of like, and then I did it, and they're probably like, he actually did that. I think you try to strike a balance with like what you think the audience will like, but also I definitely make stuff for me as well. It's like trying to search for this balance, and it's almost a skill in itself to be able to say like, what can I make that people will be receptive to, but still do my own kind of creative fulfillment justice. And you know, it's a give and take constantly, but I think I struck like a really good balance here. I drew that Cas baby. I drew that little Cas baby. I'm so good at drawing little Cas baby right now. And yeah, I mean, there's some parts, like, if I had more time, the parts where the hands come and cover his face, you know, each time it changes, it's supposed to be a different monster hand. That would have been like 8 different hands to draw. But at a certain point, you just gotta ship it out, right? Wolfram, thank you for the membership. Song such a banger. Your hard work shows. Thank you. Cora Sunday, thanks for the membership. Killed it. How did you not get tired of working on this one thing? I will say, at a certain point, listening to it, it started to just, I couldn't even tell. It was just white noise. I mean, I guess that's what that's why I was watching a video on YouTube, some mixing tips. They're like, take a break and come back and revisit it. How do I not get tired of working on one thing though? It's because that music video, I was done in like 2 weeks, essentially. And so I didn't have time to get tired of working on it. It was just so quick that I had to be like, God, draw. And I listened to video essays, creepy horror, creepypasta type stuff on YouTube while I was working on it. Scrambo, thanks for super chat. Love the song cast. Congratulations on an incredible project. Looking forward to more amazing songs. Please accept my first super chat as thanks. Thank you, Scrambo. Thank you. That's very sweet. Fufu, thank you for the super chat. Thanks so much, Fufu. Lastly, thank you for the membership. Woomy, thanks for the 5 gifted. Rabby, thank you for the 5 gifted. Is it Raby or Rabby? I always say it wrong. I think that's the same one. Same Rabby that I know. Raby. Dreamy, thanks for the super chat. That's my Meowshi. So proud of you, boss. The whole thing was amazing. Thank you. Zay, thank you so much for the membership. Congrats on the first MV. MV credit list goes crazy. That's right. Produced, written, song, illustrated, edited by Caspurr Catacini. Raby, got it. DS, Virtual Sin, Forgiveness, thank you for the super chat. PV reminded me of early Vocaloid story. Oh, I watched some Vocaloid songs to get Cause I was like, what are my favorite MVs? And it's always Vocaloid MVs. I always think of, I'm not that hardcore of a Vocaloid fan per se. I wouldn't say I'm a hardcore fan, but I love the music videos. And that's why I think my music video ended up being very narrative driven. There's like a story as opposed to like, again, a lot of VTuber MVs are kind of like just graphical. But like the Vocaloid MVs, it's always some story, it's always some tragedy, or it always like goes into some abstract thing, and I love that. Rosary, thank you for the pink super chat. You did it. I did, didn't I? From your performance to the song to the video, it was amazing. Truly inspiring to see your vision come to life. Congratulations on the release. Super proud of you. That's my Yoshi. Thank you, Rosary. That's so sweet. Thank you so much, Rosary. Yeah, your MV reminded me a bit of Hitoshizuku and Yama P stuff. I'm not familiar. I take it as a compliment. Caspurr Vocaloid karaoke win. Keiko, thank you for the super chat. Caspurr, I missed the premiere because I was busy, but I watched it and loved it. Congrats on your first original. Thank you, Keiko. Thank you so much. Excuse me. Lynn, thank you for the super chat. Congrats, boss. Always wanted to say this, but I think you're a creator who truly embodies the meaning of creativity. That's a very nice compliment. Thank you so much. That's the thing, you know, when it comes to me, I do feel like I always call myself sort of this jack of all trades, but when it comes to creating things, making stuff, no one does it better than Caspurr Catacini. Multicolored whiz, thank you. Oh, Raby, that's very kind of dope, because a lot of my stuff, it's always, everything is drawn from something. I'm always referencing something, or the reason why I wanted to make stuff was because of I have such a positive feeling when I consume media, movies and stuff. It makes me want to make my own. Like when I was watching Clay World as a kid, like stop motion animations, I just wanted to do that. So I got my clay, I was making my little things, or I read comics, so I wanted to make my own little comics, stapling paper together. I think the first inkling of like me wanting to be some sort of performer or something was I was a big Michael Jackson fan, and I would watch these YouTube videos of Michael Jackson. I would perform for my parents. I was like a little Cass baby, and I was dancing to like Thriller and stuff. And but I've never really been known. Like I remember this time I was a kid and we were on a field trip and everyone was singing and I started singing and they laughed at me, you know. And I was definitely not like a singer, or known as a singer. And so this past like 3 years of an arc, for me to go from honestly getting dunked on for my singing, from being like so grossly auto-tuned, to now where I'm releasing my first original. And not only that, not only the singing part, never mind the singing, but I'm doing the music production, the lyrics, everything from scratch myself, the harmonies. And to go from being so grossly auto-tuned that people were dunking on me to now, it does have auto-tune. I mean, every song has auto-tune, but it was so minimal because I couldn't figure out how to do it. I opened up the New Tone in FL Studio and it was like too overwhelming. I didn't have time to like learn, and so I couldn't do it. I wish I could. It would have sounded even better. The New Tone makes no sense to me. It's like
So I'm still learning and still getting better, but I hope that gives you something to look forward to. Whether it's the... originally... Oh, let me show you. I think you'll find this very interesting, actually. Let me turn this off. There was a version of the song that was... Oh, I should have gotten all these files ready beforehand. The layering of the vocals, that was my favorite part, honestly. Ruri, thanks for the super chat, Ruri. Congrats, Ross. You did great. Everything is amazing. My brain's still not fully processing right now, but what a banger envy to start today. Ruri, thank you so much. Thank you for the super chat. Okay, so originally it was actually sung much lower. That song was done in originally, is it D minor? Let me dig this up. I think you'll like to see this. Listen to this. Kat, thank you for the super chat. Late to the party, but just watched the MV and hot damn. Hot damn! Amazing job, boss. Proud of you and congrats. Thank you so much, Kat. So what's also very interesting about this and why it's sort of this special thing for this song being my first original is that you guys like were there for the conception. Hold on here. For the Inception. And so that song, if you don't know, was made in a membership stream. And when I started that membership stream, I knew I wanted to make a Halloween song, but not really like that I knew really. What it was going to be, but we had zero progress on it, and we did this membership stream, and I wanted to play some of it for you so you can kind of listen. If you're not a member, hey, get a Caspurr Catacini membership now, and maybe you'll see the next original song.
Electronic elements, more pop.
Why do I talk like a baby? Why am I talking like a baby? Do I sound like this?
I want to practice and get better, and part of that is I think I want to try to force myself to like.
Why do I sound like an alien that is become human and is learning how to talk? Do I talk like I'm learning how to talk?
Conceptualize a full song and get I'm gonna make my it ends on the.
So this is me putting the very first like.
We got to the ball game, huh?
Oh yeah, it sounded like a baseball anthem at first. Oh, it was slow at first. It was really slow. Listen to this. Isn't that interesting? It didn't change much, the instrumental. I pretty much had it, like, at its core. Ivy, thanks for the super chat. Super proud of you, boss. Looking forward to more fun projects from you. Thank you, Ivy. I'm excited to share it with you. A bunch more projects from here on out. Reverie, thanks for the gifted membership. And Miyu, thanks for the 5 gifted memberships, Miyu. You can hear me, I'm just kind of working out the main melody. Which is my favorite part. For sure.
Progress and put on.
Oh, so I try to work out some sort of melody. Do I have some lyrics here? It's been really amazing hearing this come together over the past month. Yeah, isn't it cool? I don't know if we'll do every single song like this. In fact, I gave you too many breadcrumbs. It should be more of a surprise. Okay. But the original version was actually much. It was lower. But I found that it was too low. So I don't know if you can really tell, but this version is slightly lower. Shh. But I found that it was way too low, because when I was singing the first part, it'd be like, crawling out of me. I was almost doing that little Patrick Warburton voice here. Crawling out of my grave now. Dun, 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 dun. The reason it was like that, because when the chorus came, it was very comfortable for me to hit it like, ghosts, ghouls, and monsters. But it just felt too bad, so I raised it. And so singing the verses, it sounded more... it sounded more normal, you know, like crawling out of the grave now. But then the chorus, I was like really reaching. This is probably the highest I've ever had to like sing anything, straining. I do think at the very end, when it goes night laying way. I remember when I was recording that, my Apple Watch gave me a sound like decibel warning, and then the dog started barking, like in the neighborhood, like I'm a gosh darn Looney Tunes character or something. I'm very happy with it. I'm so glad you guys liked it. I was gonna celebrate with a karaoke, but spoiler alert, karaoke might be coming out sometime in the future, soon. And I want to practice that song list that you guys gave me in that membership post. Why don't we progress on Undercover? Oh man. This was the first original song that I was working on. But the thing is, I'm my own op, because oh yeah, my birthday's coming up, isn't it? The 21st here. That's in a week. No, 2 weeks. Kinda. But the thing is, I love this song. I think it's a cute song, but after releasing Ghosts, Ghouls, and Monsters and everything I learned from it, this song is not good enough. I have to go back to drawing board. It's not that I need to constantly one-up myself, but it's definitely not up to standard now. Because it has no personality. It's just, you know... It's perfect. It's a nice song, but I just need to inject a little bit more of like my preferences and my personality into it. instrument choices. But Undercover will probably be the next one. Now I'm on a mission. Wait, hey, whoa, hold on. That's not out yet. You gotta enjoy Ghosts, Ghouls, and Monsters first. We're moving on too soon. I need a drip feed you content here. I should do a song for every holiday. Thanksgiving song, Christmas song. Oh, wait. That actually would be a banger. St. Patrick's Day song, April Fool's song, 4th of July song. Christmas song. That's got to be the next one. A Monday song? What? An April Fool's Day song, and it's called Just Kitten. Dark Wizard Lily, thanks for the super chat. Congrats on the release of the Halloween original. I loved how cute and cool the art and visuals were. Plus, you did really amazing. You looked really cute in the PJs. Did an amazing job on it. Proud of you. Thank you, Lily. Yeah, you like my PJs? Let me show you some of the details here in the song. Or rather, you can listen to it. Maybe some... one of my favorite parts about the song are the harmonies. And maybe it's just because I'm kind of not as experienced when it comes to mixing and audio levels and all that. But PJs drops. What? You want me to drop my PJs? You're fucking sick. That's a cast baby you're talking about, you fucking sickos. Alright, let's take a look.
The sun arises and the darkness fades away. Ghosts, ghouls, and goblins, we all enjoyed our stay. Zombies, witches, bats, and goblins crawl back to their graves. Jason, Freddy, Jack, and Sully, nightmares laying waste.
So here, it's one of my favorite harmonies. I should have made them louder, but it's crawl back to their graves. But the vocals in the back, they do kind of this descending staircase thing. Crawl back to their graves. And then there's a high one. Crawl back to their graves. Back to their graves. That's like one of my little personal favorite little things. Maybe if I soloed this. No, not that one. Is it this one? Oh yeah. You could barely hear it. Should have made it louder. I'm still learning.
You apart now, chewing on your skin, ripping your guts out. No one hears you scream now.
Oh, so there's some ad-libs on the second part of the song.
The shadows under the moonlight, you fight to quell the bounding beat of your heart. You hear tap tap on the
So right there, they start to come in, the little kind of very wispy. You hear right there. Your heart. And then it comes in during the chorus as well, right here. Monsters, monsters, monsters.
Skeleton and the spiders, spiders. So there were like these ad-libs, right? And I was recording a bunch of ad-libs. Just the first thing that comes to mind, I just hit record and I was doing it, and I ended up deleting it because it was cringe. But at one point, right here, the ad-libs were like, was like a bark.
No one hears you scream, they're tearing you apart. You hear tap tap on the screen, now no help to be tearing you apart now. Chewing on your skin.
And it kind of went the beat. I'm gonna do it for you. Don't. This is embarrassing.
They're tearing you apart now. Chewing on your skin, ripping your guts out. No one hears you scream now.
There's supposed to be a little scream there, but it was getting a little too kind of like, a little hokey.
The shadows under the moonlight, you fight to quell the pounding beat of your heart. You hear tap tap on the window under the moonlight.
Spooky Limit, thanks for the super chat. Congrats on the MV release. It was an absolute treat all around. Incredible work. Thank you. Thank you. On to the next one. I'm excited to just release as much stuff as I can. We've been kind of music centric lately, but I want to try some more narrative stuff. I know I've been telling you I'm gonna try to get a voice pack out soon, lore videos, just and thank you guys for giving me a platform and an avenue to be able to pursue these things, to be able to invest the time and try to make these things and explore how far I can take my own skills and my creativity and my ideas and stuff. So thank you, everyone. I mean, I know everyone says this, I've said this a lot, but truly, like, I would never have been able to like pursue this kind of project or anything without you guys there to support me. So thank you. I'm just gonna do my best, try to be the best possible Oshi you could ever ask for, and make stuff, make more music. So thank you again. What other, let me see if I can't think of any more.
Ghosts, ghouls, and monsters. What else are now? Chewing on your skin, ripping your guts out. No one hears you scream now. Blood pouring down, no help to be found. Hiding from the shadows under the
Spotify
moonlight.
soon.
You fight to quell the pounding beat of your heart. You hear tap tap on the window under the moonlight. You might find them there hiding in the dark. Ghosts, ghouls, and monsters. What else hides under your bed, I wonder? Skeletons in the spot.
Let's go on the playlist. I'm glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Let's take a look at the visuals now. I'll watch it with you guys and see if I can't think of anything that comes to mind about it. Let's take a peek. Let me throw it up on the screen for you. Thank you again, everyone. Let's take a look. I mean, I was heavily inspired by Nightmare Before Christmas, the silhouette of the ghosts, and this intro sequence. It's very much like the opening of Halloween Town. You know, you kind of are flowing through it. And here's a fun little, just my attention to detail. The upstairs window is not lit because that's where the cast baby is. It's consistency. These are the little details that set apart an artist from an amateur. Ginger Snaps, thanks for the super chat. I'm absolutely blown away by how talented you are. Thank you. It's an absolute banger. So proud of you. You are my Oshi. Ginger Snaps, that's so sweet of you. Thank you so much. Thanks for this deep lane. Yes. Genius! Obviously, like, it kind of has this retro title screen look. And here, actually, while I was animating this, I turned on Halloween, the Mike Myers the new one where she's old and he's escapes from the prison, and the title sequence, they did like this vintage look when the intro card plays and it goes dun, 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 and it had this very, despite it being a very new modern movie, it was crisp and clean. They did like this retro parody, and I love that actually. And so I was like, oh, I'm gonna do that to my title too, and it gave it this kind of retro-y thing. And yeah, Rita, thanks for the membership. Hi boss, I mostly lurk because I'm shy, but I'm being brave because I have to tell you that was amazing. Oh, that's so sweet, Rita. No problem at all. Be brave. Congrats on the release. Can't wait for more. Thank you, Rita, from coming out of the shadows. Out of the shadows, under the moonlight, Rita sends me a personalized membership message.
You've woken up in bed and your mouth runs dry. You're covered in sweat.
I mean, obviously, intro card or intro sequence like this old school horror movies, Frankenstein.
The creaks and moans on this Halloween night.
Crawling out of the graves now.
See, this is where things started to get out of control. This is where things started to get out of control, because this was supposed to, it was just like an image, and it would play per like stanza or verse paragraph. But I was like, no, wouldn't it be cool if it came in on the beat? And it started that. This is when it started to spiral out of control, because I was so into it. Just kind of the flowingness of it. Because this entire part right here was just one image, and it was kind of reminiscent of what you're seeing here. And it was kind of scrolling across the page, this whole part. But it wasn't good enough. It wasn't good enough to me. I wanted something cooler. I think my own... I preface this by saying I don't think I've never been like diagnosed or whatever, but like my own impatience, possibly something akin to ADHD, I was like, I needed to like stimulate myself, and so I wanted to like put it on the screen, you know, like if I was a consumer. And I guess it paid off.
Pumpkin kings and their queens now march through the streets, new Halloween town, hiding from the shadows under the moonlight.
See, these ghosts, heavily inspired by the ghosts in the beginning of The Night Before Christmas intro sequence. The ghosts that sing like, Halloween, Halloween.
Moonlight, you might find them there, hiding in the dark. Ghosts, ghouls, and monsters. What else?
Initially, each line, it was the dancers were supposed to switch to a different monster. So after this, after these little card cuts, it was supposed to switch, and it was supposed to be the next set of monsters. But that was like, it was like exponential work, because it's like what, 1, 2, 3, 4 poses for each monster. There's 2 monsters, so it's like 6, 12, 24. Yeah, that it was just like exponential work. And so it's just like, it's supposed to be ghosts and ghouls. Like it ghost, a ghoul. It's not exactly a zombie, and this kind of looks like Momo, but it's supposed to be kind of a ghost. It was a very cartoony, stereotypical ghost, like a bedsheet ghost. But the dancing of the ghost was not, it didn't really look right, because it didn't have feet. Like when you dance, you need limbs, you know what I mean? And so I needed some kind of humanoid thing that was like ghostly. And so I went with, I kind of decided on this like Grudge, The Ring, Momo woman kind of thing. And it was kind of like a generic ghastly ghost spirit kind of thing. Like, yeah, exactly, Haley. Oh, I mean, these little art screens too. Again, very inspired by like the old school, kind of like classic media. I feel these kind of painterly kind of things were always done in these old TV shows, movies, and stuff. Yeah, Yeah, and so I wanted to, and that was, man. Fucking, let's take a minute to appreciate the fucking bazoingas on this mummy. God damn. Put those on the scales, Anubis. Sheesh. Looking a little Cas baby shaking. Here, okay, stroke of genius here. The parallel drawn between the Halloween trick-or-treat candy and the lyrics, like, I don't want to be this whole too deep for you, but this is some Neon Genesis Evangelion levels of metaphoria we're talking about. The sour strips. Yeah, this is the part. Each hand was supposed to be a different monster, but I ran out of time. And so this part actually is not laziness. On the second time the pre-chorus comes in, it's the same thing because it sets you up to subvert your expectation. This isn't cope. This is literally why it's the same, because it's coming around, right, looping back, and it sets you up. It's like, oh, it's the same thing again, right? But here, this is the punchline. It's different, and it goes into the idol. I kind of cooked right there. Psychological manipulation right there. Take a minute to appreciate the little sad cat. Reusing the Catacini commercial assets because they're so good. It'd be a shame not to use them anymore.
Now the sun arises and the darkness fades away.
You like how the skeletons jostle? See, that's the thing. Like, some of the best stuff comes from, like, limitations breed creativity. You know, that's what they say. And it's true because I just was lazy. I wanted to animate them taking their light sticks and going like, but I ran out of time. So I was like, how can I, like, fake a crowd? And so I split it up in layers and kind of like made them move a little bit, and it actually ended up having this really good look to their jostling. Hold on, I want to see if I can find something. The sun initially was gonna have Germa's face on it. Let me see if I can't find this. Now the sun arises and the darkness fades away. Did I draw this? Damn, I might not have it. No, I don't have it. The sun was gonna have Germa's face on it. He was gonna be like a Teletubby sun, but it was just too, like, it wasn't working out. It was too weird. Anonymous Sour Cream, thanks for the membership. Welcome to the personnel, thank you. Oh, poor Cas baby.
We all enjoyed our stay.
By the way, this is the best. Like, I think there's no arguing this part of the bridge is the best part of the song. Like, that, it goes so hard. Like, I'm singing it, I'm recording it, and I'm like, I'm grooving back and forth. I got the stank face because it's just like, oh, you should have seen me when I first recorded it and I listened back on it. I went, ooh,
did that Patrick Bateman oof face. It's a banger. Should we pause here on these little things? I can't even pause anytime. The witch. You could see there's a tiny little smear frame. There's like 2 smear frames of them smushed so that it looks like they're going into the coffin. It's just the little details. The goblin. And just so you appreciate my entire genius, with this music video, it needed... I also a character designer, mind you, because I had to come up with designs that were like generic. They couldn't be too specific, as generic as possible, but like specific to this, kind of like how the Momo Ghost Girl Ring Girl is kind of like a generic stand-in. So for each of these, I had to design like my version of the most generic. It's weird. It's like it has to be very unique but super generic at the same time. Like the zombie, which just, I guess I'm just saying drawing it in my style, but goblin, werewolf. So this is supposed to be Jack the Ripper, in case anyone was wondering. This is Jack the Ripper. Mummy. More like mommy. Germa. Jason. See, the thing here, this is awesome because it's like, this is also a little joke because it's Jason. Like, if you just heard that, Jason, Freddy, who do you think it's gonna be? Fazbear. Like that, it's a joke. Isn't that funny? Also, Scarecrow Jack, that's peak. Me wanting to not draw an entire character. This looks like a Vampire Survivor level up, power up. This is, you get the ultra rare Vampire Survivor power up. Just a interesting tidbit. While I worked on this entire sequence here, I was watching a Signalis video essay. Adding Germa turned it into horror. Yep. Cas baby, run, Cas baby, run. Oh, this part, pure coincidence, but the number of portraits just lines up perfectly with the little run, melody run that happens here. Just stroke of luck. And it's again, this wasn't planned, but it ends on the robot, and it's kind of like a, isn't it like such a robot-y thing where it goes ticka ticka, eppa eppa. It's just like perfect. Run, Cas baby, run. You know, it's like one for you, one for me. You got to throw in something that, because on paper, if I said, oh, it's going to cut to Germa, everyone would be like, that's stupid. You're cooked. That's dumb. I like the look of this monster at the end, too. Well, it's kind of like one of my early inspirations, and you can even see it here with just this kind of cross-hatching style. When I was a kid, I was obsessed with the cross-hatching style. I was obsessed with old school political cartoons, you know, kind of has this cross-hatching. And Kubo Tight did it a little bit as well. And you guys know how much of a fan I was of Bleach. I am of Bleach. It does kind of look like Haunter, yeah.
I pause it on Germa? I made that background from scratch as well. And it was just, the whole thing was in his head. It's Caspurr's clothes. Look, operative cameo. Did you see it? In the back there. You see it? It's you. In the picture frame. But yeah, guys, I guess one thing to be sure is the past 2 years have been a roller coaster for me. 3 years, to say the least. Possibly the highest highs of my life and the lowest lows. And that's not an exaggeration, I tell you. But finding music, literally finding it, I did not know it. I didn't even know what music was. That's how profound of like a change it is in my life to have discovered. I discovered music, and it's in a profound way, and I'm very lucky that I have. And I'm still very new. I mean, that is just going from learning to sing and learning. I mean, this happened in the past 5 months maybe. I would go to the gym with my friend. I would go on the treadmill, and I'd be watching music, like the basics, like learning what the difference between major scale intervals versus minor scale, like literally the basics, what a chord progression was. And I did it. I did it from scratch, did it from the ground up. And I'm proud of myself. I really am. And I'm very, very lucky to have found this. And you know, bygones be bygones for sure, to put it in a very reductive way. But you know, this, like, I guess I'm not done with my idol journey. Not quite. You can you know, take the Catacini out of the idol, but I don't think you can take the idol out of the Catacini, you know. And you know, there's been a lot of road bumps with stuff, and you guys know, like with getting my model done and all this stuff. So appreciate you guys being here, joining me for this, to be here on these milestones, and to see me go from this tiny little cast baby to a little idol. You should be proud of yourself. You've worked so hard. I can't wait to see what else you make. Thank you, Andy. Happy we're on this journey with you. Thank you. Thank you. Always be our say-so idol. That's what I'm saying. I'm a baby. How do you get more family friendly than a baby? Okay, I think that's gonna be it for me, guys. I'm going to I'm gonna treat myself. I'm gonna order a little pizza. Pizza party. Catacini, Caspurr Catacini. Order a pizza. I'm gonna watch Dun Dun Dun. I haven't watched that yet. It's on Netflix. I'm gonna throw that up. Speaking of Netflix or movies, I guess tomorrow is gonna be a membership stream, and we're gonna watch Princess Mononoke English dub, because I think the Ghibli English dubs are pretty good. But that's gonna be membership tomorrow. Okay. right. Appreciate it, guys. This has been a long time coming. Yeah, man, I wish I kind of I don't know what else to say, really. I just
Thank you everyone.
Thank you. Still a lot more fun stuff in October. My birthday, Halloween. I still have a special Halloween stream up my sleeve. I'll be honest, my birthday, I've been so focused on this. I need to. Ain't no rest for the wicked. We're not gonna have anything like merch or anything like that, sadly. Kind of crept up on us, but hopefully we can have a fun little time. Boss, you are so talented. I'm so proud of you and so glad to be your fans. Thank you for the super chat. That's very kind. Thank you so much. Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thanks for being here. Watch Ghosts, Ghouls, and Monsters on repeat. I'll let you know when it's on Spotify.